Hey there, it's Liz Garcia again, and welcome to another episode of your weekly dose of higher consciousness that you can find on YouTube at trumpeteroftruth.tv.com or on the podcast at trumpeteroftruthradio.com. This is the place to discover the foundational basics and essential understandings for how to raise your level of consciousness and build a better life. So this portion, I do 3 different videos every week for your weekly dose, and this portion is 101 Ways to Happiness. And every week I'm going to do either 101 Ways to Happiness, 101 Ways to Peace, or 101 Ways to Success. And all of these are based on the book of slides by Dr. David R. Hawkins. And if you're new to this video cast or podcast, most of my podcasts are based on the teachings of Dr. David R. Hawkins, who is a renowned researcher into the science or understanding of consciousness. And the intention for all of my broadcasts are to help raise your level of consciousness, put into context where true power really exists, and how can you get what you want out of life, right? In a meaningful, loving, purposeful way. So last week we did 101 Ways to Success, number 1, I think. And the week before that was Peace. So this week, I've already gotten into 101 Ways to Happiness. We're on topic number 20. So, and before I get into that, I will also want to let you know, if you're new to this, you're going to want to go to my beginning episodes so you understand where I'm coming from when I talk about consciousness calibrations. I'm going to be throwing out numbers there. And if you don't understand the map of consciousness, you're not going to necessarily understand what I'm talking about. So briefly, anything below 200 on the map is downward pulling, negatively oriented, destructive energies. Anything above 200 is positively oriented, constructive energies, and upward pulling. So they work in opposite directions. So if you care about having an intentional, loving, purposeful, meaningful life, you want to focus your attentions on the higher levels that naturally pull you up and support you, as opposed to the lower ones. Okay, so today's 101 Ways to Happiness, number 20, is live one day at a time. And, you know, we hear about living, being present, the power of now by Eckhart Tolle, or Tolle, I'm not quite sure how he says his last name, is kind of like bringing you into the understanding of how powerful being present can be. And if you're operating on a daily basis from the understanding of my intention is to have a great day, start with that intention, and appreciating how the day unfolds, recognizing when it shows up in a positive way and being grateful for it. This is the foundation for building a better life, to live day to day in the present moment and just think, you know, I could be gone tomorrow. That's kind of an interesting way to look at living day to day. Like, what if I were to die tomorrow? Ask that question, how do I want to live today? If my life ended tomorrow, or I knew I was going to die in a week, what would I do differently? So living from day to day is a great understanding to stop looking at the past, especially because the mind and the buried emotions you have in your energy field, likely suppressed and repressed emotions, unexpressed feelings, are fuel for the mind to look at the past and disparage yourself about it, or say, I could have, you know, there's no harm in looking at the past and say, how could I have done things differently, and appreciate the lesson in the past. But you got to stop looking back, because you're giving your attention to something you may not want, unless there's something in the past you do want to bring it forward. So according to consciousness calibrations, what you hold in mind tends to manifest, calibrates at a very high level, and I think it's 505. It's at least 500. I think it's a 505 on the map, which is huge. It's essentially saying, be careful what you wish for, right? If you're looking into the past all the time and disparaging yourself, you're still in the past attracting it, as opposed to being present right now, because the past doesn't exist. It's gone forever, right? So be in the present, and anytime you have the opportunity to love and appreciate, or appreciate that you have a job, maybe you don't love the job you're doing, but why don't you try to find something about the job that you do love and enjoy the moment, because it's the energy buildup of this day-to-day intention of having a good day creates the energy for it. And I understand that you cannot believe this because it doesn't change for you possibly, but I've been very vigilant about becoming aware of when I'm feeling negatively oriented and letting it go. And the more I let go, the easier it is to be present every day and enjoy what I'm doing. Like big time, huge change in my life, but it takes time, and then eventually you're going to get into momentum where you're going to start seeing results, and you can feel shifts like over quickly if you understand how to let go of the lower levels when they show up. When they show up, it's just the flag coming up. It's just life coming up and saying, hey, you're intending to have a great day today, but let me show you what's still hanging out in your energy field. And now's the opportunity to let it go, because you've told me, God or life is speaking to you. You told me you wanted to step into a better life and enjoy the day-to-day moments. So you're going to want to check out my episode number 10, which is all about the mechanism of letting go and understanding how it works so that you can enjoy present moment, present day living. It's incredibly freeing to let go of the past and, not really look at the future. You certainly want to set goals and intentions for the future, but don't lollygag your life away out in la la land that doesn't exist yet. The present moment is what builds that future. And we talked about 101 Ways to Success last week, and Dr. Hawkins was like, internal, what type of success do you intend? Internal success is the ability to enjoy the present moment and enjoy the process of that future that you're intending for. Enjoy the process along the way. And I'm totally enjoying this right now in my life. I'm enjoying the process of building a business, as an example, or whatever it is. It's enjoyable to see progress every day, as opposed to quantum leaps. Like, you want a quantum leap, but the energy isn't there to support it. And I'm kind of getting it's a foundational energetic build, brick by brick by brick. Positive oriented bricks are going on the foundation to support the life that you want. So that's today's 101 Ways to Happiness, number 20, live one day at a time. And if you need some support on what the heck, The Power of Now is a good book to read. I personally preferred his second one, which was about something about the earth, the power. I forget what the title was, but check it out. Thank you for joining us this week. Next week, we're going to I think we're on to 101 Ways back to peace. We're going to do 101 Ways to Peace. And also this week, I'm sharing your weekly dose of higher consciousness quiz, which is which candidate for president is of highest consciousness. This is going to be a good one, because I'm going to my intention is to serve the highest good on this topic, because the reaction to it could be all over the map depending on where you are on your level of consciousness. So check out that one. And then my main topic for the week, which really is the quiz, I think it's a good topic. But my main topic, I promised from last week, is how the book Conversations with God came to me during a spiritual emergency. That's a good one too. Thanks for joining me. See you next week.